All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video in our Let's Be Honest series, in our intuitive series. What I'm trying to do here is I've been meditating, really trying to get my focus in and try to deliver intuitive messages to the collective, but not only to the collective, and coaching myself through different things and sharing my experiences that I have kind of been through and things that I've worked through. And, the message that I kind of got today, I was like trying to figure out, like, what am I going to talk about today? What messages are on my heart? Like, what am I feeling, right? Like, what do I feel drawn to today? And I was writing things down in my book. I was pulling from my affirmations deck. And one thing I got was, and this is from The Secret, it says, everything is on track always. No matter where you are in your life currently, no matter how difficult things might appear to be in this moment, you're always moved towards magnificence. And I think that is a great message, because everything is always on track. Even when you're at your lowest time, you may not feel as though you're in the right place, but you are on track, and everything works out for the greater of the good, And with that being said, I think the other part that came to me was the word reset. Reset, to start over, to refresh, to do something different. And I think that, today the message that I got was, to not be afraid to hit the reset button. And that could be on your relationship. That could be on your career. That could be anything in your life. If you want to go to the gym, you want to start a new job, a new career, anything, it's okay to reset. And not just reset in the sense like, okay, let's change everything and let's just start over from the beginning with the same idea. No, reset meaning you may have to rework everything out from ground zero, meaning removing certain things and people out of your life. It may be a reset where you may have to physically move. If that means moving back home, moving in with a friend, downsizing, do not be afraid of the reset. That's what comes to me today, because I think that a lot of times we are afraid of the reset, and not because we're afraid to start over. But a lot of the reasons why we're afraid of the reset is because we're afraid of what other people might say, what other people might look at us. Oh, we might look like a failure. If you were in, a big brand new house and you had to go downsize to an apartment, or maybe you had an apartment, you had to go stay at home with your family or your cousin or your friend for a minute, or maybe you lost your job and you had to shift careers, or you didn't have the finances, so you couldn't, do what you used to do, or maybe you had to sell some clothes, or maybe you had to downgrade your phone or downgrade the car. Do not be afraid of the reset. Okay, because sometimes, it's important. And also in the reset, it's important to do the reset before you hit rock bottom. So if you feel yourself going down or going underwater, or you feel as though, hey, I have to make a transition here, do so while you still have resources. See, a lot of people end up getting to the reset when they have no choice. You want to be able to choose, have a choice in the matter of the reset. And sometimes we fight so long. Oh my God, I'm gonna fight because I don't want to reset. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want people to look at me this way. I don't want to feel like a loser. I don't want to feel like a failure. You know what? You midway through, you hit that reset button, because I'm gonna tell you this: when you hit that reset, it really sets you up for a bigger goal. Some of you guys are thinking about, hey, you know what? I might have to go stay with a friend. Okay, that reset is great. You go stay with a friend. You may lose your apartment, or you may leave your apartment because it's too expensive, and you may take a pay cut at work, or you may be looking for another type of career, but you go stay with that friend and maybe you get a bigger apartment, or maybe you take a smaller apartment to go buy a house. You never know what that reset is for, but I think it's important not to be afraid of the reset. For a long time, I used to be afraid of doing the resets. When I first started, you know, on my journey of adulting. I used to fight against my mom, because she used to be like, just come home, just come home, just come home. And I felt like when I lived in Atlanta, I didn't want to come home because it made me feel like a failure. It made me feel like a failure to feel like, you know what? No, I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to live in Atlanta. I'm going to have my apartment. I couldn't even pay $300 a month for rent. I was over there putting nickels and dimes together just to buy, 59-cent tacos at Del Taco. Until one day I said, you know what? I'm going to reset and I'm going to go home. I packed up my suitcase. They had 2 suitcases. They had holes in them. And I got on that plane. I had to humble myself and I had to do that reset. And boy, when I tell you that reset was the best thing that ever happened to me, because it got me to the place where I am now, because I was able to go get my bearings, strategize, think clearly, find a job, figure out what I wanted to do, and get on my path. I'm going through reset transitions now. It's very scary. But at some point, you can't be afraid of the reset when you know in your mind there's a bigger goal. And so sometimes, in order to manifest really what you want out of life, you've got to clear that container. See, life, I tell this analogy all the time. Life is like a container, boom, right here. And it has so much stuff in it. So much. Family, friends, job, concerns, mental, life, death, piled up to the top. So things that you want cannot come into the container because it's all full. So sometimes you got to empty that thing out, clean it out, wash it out, reset that container so new things can get inside that thing. And you can't worry about what this person says or what that person says, because you have to know in your mind you're resetting for an even bigger plan and a bigger goal. And I'll tell you this, during that reset, and this is going to hurt some of y'all, but somebody needs to hear this. Everybody can't go with you. Everybody can't go with you. And when I'm talking about everybody, I'm not talking about your family around the corner, down the street. Yeah, them too. But I'm talking about people in your house. So if you're in that relationship and you trying to do a reset and you need to make some moves, and that person is going to just come with a negative energy, they're going to make it hard for you or difficult, they might not be the one for you on this next chapter of your life. And some of y'all know that. Some of you, part of the reset is relieving yourself of this other person that is draining your energy, that is just not quite ready to understand the moves that you need to make to get to the next level, because they don't have the capacity to do it because they're comfortable. See, some of you guys are ready to grow. And in order to grow, some of us have to reset because maybe we've planted some seeds and watered and grew in a direction that maybe we didn't want to grow in. Or maybe we've outgrown that direction and we need a new leaf. We need a new branch. We need a new energy. We've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Or perhaps maybe that energy over there is dying down and we got to make a pivot. And maybe some of you guys may be attached to somebody that's not ready to reset. They comfortable. I'll tell you this. You won't be able to reset and get to the next level as long as you hold on to that dead weight. That dead branch can literally kill the whole tree. You got to chop it off, dig it up, move on. And so you cannot take negative energy with you. You can't take people that's going to make you feel guilty about resetting with you. You can't talk to a bunch of people that don't understand where you're going, because everybody's not going to understand your reset. Everybody's not going to understand your plan. And what you'll notice is a lot of people, most people that don't understand it, they don't have what you have. They're not going where you're going. They don't have the stamina that you have. They don't have the willpower, the mindset. 9 times out of 10, you are the car that's driving the whole operation. And they don't want to be shuffled and moved around because it forces them to be uncomfortable. And they've got comfortable riding on your back, riding passenger seat in your car. Your car is breaking down. You putting in all the gas. You fixing the engine. You changing the tires, and they just sitting there sleep on the side. But it's time for a new car. But it takes some money. It takes some time. It takes some work. It takes some building. So you may have to reset so you can get a new car. And if they're not willing to move with you and understand that, hey, you might want to drive a new car, then they may have to either stay in this car and you get out and go figure it out, or you have to put them out and then you go sell that car. But either way, if they're not going to be on the same mindset as you, you're going to have to get rid of them, because it's time for a reset. Don't be afraid to reset. Resetting can be the best thing that has ever happened to you, because a lot of times in our most uncomfortable moments, in our times of fear, if we can control our thoughts and control our minds and daily affirm positive thinking and be joyous and happy for everything that we've gotten thus far, we will attract everything that we desire. But sometimes in order to even begin to attract and to dream and to visualize, you need mental clarity. You need space in your container. And if you've got this on top of this, and you've got this bill, and you got this headache, you got this happening over here, you've got this not really working, how can you even think about growing beyond your circumstance? Sometimes you need to take a step back, rework the wiring, slow everything down around you, so you and clear the clutter, so you can put all the pieces out on the table and say, okay, I need this, I need that, I don't need this, and I'm gonna take this with me, and we're gonna rebuild. It is okay to reset, and don't let anybody make you feel like you have lost or you have failed. Some of the greatest people on the planet, some of the most successful people on the planet, has lost money, lost businesses, lost relationships, lost it all, and had to reset and came back bigger, better, and stronger. It's the ones that try to hold on for everybody else's public perception and applause that end up struggling, miserable every single day just for the applause of everybody else. Meanwhile, you sinking, you drowning, you smothered in debt. You can't think, you can't sleep at night. You getting resentment now because you sit next to a person that you carrying, they don't get it, they sleeping real good, and you thinking, I'm not happy. I need to grow. You feeling stagnant, and you wondering why your dreams are not coming true. You wondering why you trying to attract things into your life. You're trying to think positive. You're trying to vibrate at a higher level, but then you're not listening to your spirit when it says, take a step back, reset, recalibrate, because your ego won't allow you to do so. Sometimes you got to remove some things out of your life. Sometimes you got to minimize and simplify so you can add to it and get to the next level. So I just wanted to kind of come in and give that message today. Do not be afraid to reset. Some of the smartest people take a step back and have to reset. Some of the most successful people have had to reset. And don't beat yourself up about it, because listen, some people here's the thing, there may be some people that have made some business moves that have to reset. Be proud of yourself, the fact that you made a business move, because sometimes people won't even bet or invest on themselves. Be proud of yourself that you want growth in your life, and you're saying, hey, I thought I wanted this, I no longer want that. Now I want to go this direction. So now I'm going to kind of shift my gears. It's not going to be easy. Everybody's not going to understand it. Some people may say, hey, everything is going well for you. Why are you doing this? You're making a mistake. Quiet the noise and understand the focus and the goal. And you got to go on this. And sometimes you will have to go on the journey alone. So I just want to encourage anybody out there that's kind of going through this, because I know a lot of people been hitting me up. Hey, I lost my job. I'm feeling like I'm at the bottom. I'm feeling like I can't get anywhere. My head, I can never get above water. I might be losing my place. I might have to move back here. It is okay. Do that reset and do it quick before you lose it all. Don't wait till it's too late to hit the reset. If you feel like, hey, it's getting sticky, do the reset. Move back home. Downsize that place. Take that job with less money if you have to. If it gives you your happiness and if you can have a plan. That's the other part. When you do this reset, though, you go into it with the mindset of I want bigger and better. You don't just do this reset in a way of woe is me. You do this reset with empowerment, knowing that you were at this reset. You will be empowered to come back 10 times harder, 10 times bigger, 10 times stronger than you were before the reset. So I just want to encourage you guys today that it's time for the reset. Somebody out there needed to hear that, hey, do it. Make the change. And cut those people out of your life that don't understand where you're going, because you're ready for growth and it's time for you to grow. And in order to grow, you need to clear your container. And how you clear the container, you got to reset it. Refresh. Throw some of that old stuff out that house. Take some of that energy out. Sell that stuff. Throw it away. Old clothes. Old habits. Some of you guys is hoarding up and some of y'all trying to find relationships and realizing like why you can't get no man. Why you can't get no woman? Your house is too cluttered. Some of y'all want to get married. Ain't no space for nobody else. You got to reset. You got to clear some of this out. There's no room for nothing else. It's time for the reset. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you guys resetting? And do you guys like these type of videos? If you guys like these type of videos, we'll keep them coming. But until next time, let's just be honest. Keep that same energy, and we'll see you soon. All right, peace out.